poser en français parce que je trouve ça absurde de leur parler en anglais. Mais, je me demandais en fait plus au niveau technique, il y a tellement de scènes avec tellement de monde, de nuit, des vraies fêtes, si c'était des vraies fêtes, des fausses fêtes. Comment vous êtes pris pour arriver à autant de moments?
A lot of our work had to do with dealing with that. You need to translate it, sorry. She's asking about the parties. There are so many parties and the crowd and how did we do it and how did we prepare it. I said, yes, it was, of course, a lot of work. Most of the scenes are scenes, they are not real parties, but there still are some, like the MoMA PS1 scenes they were all shot, obviously, at real warm-up parties because there was no way for us to bring like 5,000 extras. It was like 5 times what we had for the old film. So. And that was very important for us to be able to film there. And actually, we had the hard time convincing them to trust us enough to let us go in and film them. We were allowed to bring only like 5 people from the crew. So the scenes that you see with Pauline, Felix, and Greta and all the actors, we were really like 5 of us filming them. It was really weird, but it was very exciting at the same time, and I really enjoyed doing it. But it was really crazy also because we started with this part, the New York part, and like first day was like doing that, like really scary in a way, very funny too.
And you were wearing a pilot microphones.
For the sound, yeah, that was terrible. And we also shot in one club, the Sept club in Paris. That's a club where we went at like Saturday night, 4 in the morning, and we shot there because the producer of the film, his friends with lots of people involved in the nightclub, and so that helped a lot for us to get in this club. And so there is this club scene after Cyril's death when Pauline, she takes cocaine and she goes inside a club and you have the track of the Daft Punk playing. That was a real, it was a place without extra. It was a real place at 4 in the morning. Otherwise, all the other scenes are made with extras that we actually found in party where, like in electro, it was people from the electro scene in Paris that were, most of them were never professional extras.
And also we shot for one day. It's like there was a big day where we shot a lot of scenes with a lot of extras from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. And it's different scenes that happens at different times of the movie.
I don't want to assume this, but I get the sense that you were very lucky with music clearances. What about the challenges involved in that?
Let's talk about the challenge of music clearances. Yeah. Well, of course, at Daft Punk, they were very helpful for us because they helped us first for their own songs, but as soon as the other musicians, artists that we wanted be on the film, they knew that the Daft Punk were helpful and were giving us the track for a very small fee. They agreed, so that's how it started it. And it's crazy because in the beginning when you start the movie and we asked how much it would cost the soundtrack, the first person said €1 million. So we're like, okay, forget it, the film.
I think that kind of killed the project in the beginning because the producers, when they heard that, it was some kind of specialist, like a guy, his job to say how much it would cost, and he said 1 million, and I told them, no, trust us, because it's a tribute to house music, the people will want to be in it, so they will agree to do it for Bloor, but they were so scared, and that was a real problem for the film.
Yeah, and you can say we are very lucky, actually, yes, it's true.
We showed the film to the people who are the most close to us, like who were really involved in the film. We showed it to the guys from the Soirée Respect parties.
The real guys.
What?
The real guys.
Yeah, the real ones. And we showed it to actually one of the Daft Punk. I seen I don't know what about
Yeah, but they were all enthusiastic, but as for the other people from the music scene, I think you're talking about, they have not seen it yet, but they know it's not about the Daft Punk. I mean, they know it's not Daft Punk, both B.O.P. So I assume they will react well, but we'll see.
As a DJ and a filmmaker, the film touched me in a lot of ways. I loved how the music was integrated. I loved seeing the Technics 1200s being used and everything like that. My question is, how long was the shooting process? Because a lot of time went by in the film, but I just wondered how many...
The shooting?
Yeah, like how long it takes to shoot.
Well, it went on for like 6 months. We weren't shooting for 6 months, but I think it was like 50 days, something, 50 days. But we shot like 10 days in the summer in New York, and then a few days in Paris, and then we stopped for 3 months. It was the time for our producer to keep on looking for money. And then we started again in November and December for 2 months, and then we stopped again and we finished in March. It was a never-ending shooting.
And the editing was long, and especially the sound editing, mixing was super long, as you can imagine.
I love how it flowed together, though.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm 36, and it's sort of like the last 20 years, and it touched home very well for me. Can you speak to the art, Cyril's art, and whose art it is? And yeah.
Think about what, sorry?
Cyril's.
Oh, I'm very glad that you asked us about that, because this character means a lot to us. You mean Cyril the Bloor?
Cyril and his art.
Is inspired by someone we've known who was a close friend of Sven. His name was Mathias Cousin, and he did Felix earlier talked about the comic book, the Chant de la Machine, the song of the machine. It's not translated, I think, in English, but it's a very, very nice, beautiful book about house music, and I think it's like more or less the only one that was ever written.
Well, it's in 2 parts, but yes. He was starting a career, but then for some reason I don't know what happened, because you never know when a guy falls down like him. But everything stopped, that he felt very bad. But he was starting a real nice career. It's just the way that it happens.
And I really love his drawings, actually. I mean, we spent a lot of time exploring his work, because we worked on it with his brother, who let us see all the, he had a lot of
tons of drawing of
carnet, and we found a lot of stuff, and I think he was extremely talented.
And in the film you see many of his own drawings, but also we asked Guy to draw some, especially for the film.
The large majority of drawings are his drawings, and a few of them, the ones that are actually like done, connected with the actors of the film, obviously didn't exist, so we asked somebody who actually plays in the film himself. Quentin is the one who composed music with Felix. He's a drawer, he's very talented, he's like 25, but really gifted, and he did the other drawings, like for instance the self-portrait of Cyril, and another, like the one of the Daft Punk, and these drawings he did, trying to capture the style of Mathias Cousin to make it seem like it was done by the same person.
Also drawing on the wall, and you go to this flat and see all the drawings, which is a true story.
Oh, sorry. Oh.
Who? Sorry? Yeah. Yes. She's a great DJ. It's Clara, her name is Clara 3000, Clara 3000, and she's a DJ. And she actually is like, she was, I don't know if she still does that, but she was a resident in this specific club called Silencio. And I met her for the part. I didn't know so much about her, but I was also impressed by her presence. I think she's not only, it was very interesting for us to have a young girl playing guitar. At the end, like, of course she represents for me the new generation in many ways, but also in a more simple way. I mean, I thought she had a very beautiful presence as an actress.
unfortunately, we're out of time right now, but I'd like to thank everyone for coming.